Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the EAPicks.com Sports Monitor, where EA Picks is a place where handicappers go and document their plays for the world to see. And now it's time to go out to Las Vegas, Nevada. We're going to bring back to the program Dave the Meatman Scandaliato from meatandpotatoes.com. Dave, it's championship weekend. You came on record here with the AFC Championship game. Now we're going to talk NFC Championship game. But first, I'm going to tell you, this year in the NFL playoffs, you're having an outstanding season. You are documented on the monitor, 6-1-1 ATS.
I've had a great year. Whether it was the LVH Super Contest, where I hit almost 60% of my plays, or my premium selections that I post at EAPicks.com. They're also posted on PayAfterYouWin.com. Almost 20 games over 500. The number one ranked handicapper at the EAPicks.com Sports Monitor. And, of course, I was number one in college football last year at the EAPicks.com Sports Monitor. 2013 was a very good year for me. 2014, we're off to a fantastic start. But as you know, Tony, only as good as your last couple of plays. And that 6-1-1 record, as good as it looks right now, if I don't go 3-1 or 2-1 or whatever I do tomorrow, it really doesn't matter what I've done the first 2 weeks, because those guys, like I said, it's all about this weekend. I've talked to you already about the Denver Broncos. I think they will advance to the Super Bowl. I do have them on the money line, and I am not going to be laying the points. I did lay the $2 with New England, and I do think that game is going to go under the total of 57. So we've already talked about that. I told you I needed as much time as humanly possible to talk about the NFC Championship game, and with about 16 hours before kickoff, it's time to either fish or cut bait, like my old man used to say, and we going fishing right now. We're going to try to catch us a winner in this afternoon NFC Championship game.
All right, Dan, it is the NFC Championship contest. We've got the San Francisco 49ers on the road to face the Seattle Seahawks. They're playing for the third time this season. Current line, we find the Seahawks the home favorite, 3.5 points. With the total at 40, it's the 49ers and Seattle. Dave, how do you see this one?
I think this game's going to go under the total. I think that the pressure, the weather, the crowd noise, you name it, I think that this is going to be a low-scoring game. Now, these two teams have played twice this year. They both split. When they played in Seattle, the Seahawks beat the 49ers 29-3. They held San Francisco to 3 points, which isn't easy to do. And then when they played at Candlestick Park in San Francisco, the Niners won that game 19-17. So one game this year, they scored 32 points. The other game this year, they scored 36 points. San Francisco's averaging 11 points a game. 11 points a game against Seattle, and the Seahawks, they're averaging 18 points a game. To me, 11 and 18, that's 29. The total right now is sitting at about 40. I think it'll go to 41 by game time. That gives me a 12-point cushion based on the averages of the two games this year. And I just think that it's going to be a tight, low-scoring, defensive battle. And I've made my mind up. I'm going to take under the total and just pull for defense, man. Pull for defense, pull for running plays, no incompletions, and tick, 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 tick on the clock. That's how you get. 41's a tough number. 40's a tough number to go under in an NFL game. But these two teams have played twice this year, and they haven't gotten there. And 7 out of the last 10 times these two teams have played, it's gone under the total. So I'm going to go with the stats. I'm going to go with the trends. Most importantly, I'm going to go with my gut feeling. This is going to be a low-scoring game, and I'll take under the total here on the EAPicks.com TV program.
All right, Dave, the Meatman Scandaliato says go under the total in the 49ers and Seahawks game. Now, Dave, what about the side of this game or a money line? Are you looking at any alternative wagering opportunities here with this NFC Championship game?
Well, I am still going to wait on that. I'm still going to wait on that. I got the over-under total up for sale in the San Francisco Seattle game up at payafteryouwin.com, www.payafteryouwin.com, payafteryouwin.com. I also have it for sale at eapicks.com, www.picks.com. So I'm on record with 3 documented premium selections for tomorrow. I have not decided who I'm going with yet in the actual football game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. You're going to have to give me a call on the ComPick hotline at 1-888-375-2710, 1-888-375-2710. You're going to talk directly with me, Dave the Meatman Scandaliato, owner of the meatandpotatoes.com website since 1998. 3 decades I've been giving people winners against the spread. And I ain't going to lie to you, Tony. I want to see what the line does. I want to see if this thing goes to 4, 4.5. I want to see if it drops down to 3, 2.5. I got to see the line movement. I got to see it. I don't know which way this is going to go. I don't know. And I want to see the way the public is going. The public has been getting absolutely slaughtered out here in Las Vegas between all the BCS bowl games, the 8 NFL playoff games that we've had so far. It's just an absolute slaughter out here in Las Vegas. And the last thing I want to do is get caught being on the side of the public. I don't know which way this line's going to go. I've been doing this, like I said, I've been open for 15 years. I've been gambling for 25 years. I don't know which way the spread's going to go. I mean, I could easily see this thing going to 4. I could easily see this thing going to 2.5. But I will have a decision. Might not have it documented at eapicks.com. It might not make my premium play, but it'll definitely be worth picking the phone up and giving me a call and seeing what my opinion is. And it doesn't cost you nothing to do it. Remember, when you call 1-888-375-2710, I'm going to give you a day or 2 worth of free plays. So don't have to worry about having your credit card out. Don't have to worry about none of that nonsense. I'm going to prove to you that I can make money betting sports, especially in NFL football where nobody can turn a profit. I'm going to earn your trust first. Then I'm going to hit you up for a couple of $100, and we'll be ready for basketball because after this 2 games on Sunday, there's only 1 NFL game left besides the Pro Bowl, and it will officially be basketball season come Monday.
All right, Dave, be sure to give Dave a call on his ComPick hotline to get his action here from the NFL. It's 888-375-2710. Once again, pick up the phone. Give Dave a call, 888-375-2710. And we are now going to check the eapicks.com sports monitor, and we are going to check the NFL records season today. We're going to go up here and click where it says handicapper records. We're going to select NFL records. And lo and behold, look who is number 1 at the eapicks.com sports monitor in the NFL this season. It's Dave the Meatman Scandaliato. Outstanding NFL season, Dave.
I've had a great year with 3 games left. I got a 3-game lead at eapicks.com in the NFL. And a lot of guys out there, if they had a 3-game lead, probably wouldn't put any picks up this week. But that's not how I play, Tony. If I'm going to win the championship, I'm going to be the number 1 ranked handicapper in the world. I'm not going through the back door. I'm going to go through the front door, just like Ted Williams did 30, 40, 50 years ago. He was batting 400 on the last day of the season. The coach asked him, you want to sit out the game and guarantee your 400 batting average? He said, nope, I'm playing today. I think he went 3 for 5, 4 for 6. He finished with a better than a 402, which is what he was going into the game with. I think he finished with like a 404 or something like that. And I'm going just like Ted Williams. I'm going to win this title at EAPicks.com, being the number one NFL handicapper in the world. I'm going to do it by going 3-0 on Sunday, and then I'm going to do it picking a Super Bowl winner, which I've correctly done 17 out of the last 20 years.
All right, be sure again to give David a call on his comp pick hotline for this NFL action. Just want to go and review with everyone Dave's selections from the playoffs. We're gonna verify his record at 6-1-1 in the postseason. Let's take a look. We go on in the wild card round. Indy Colts plus 2.5, a winner. Under the total, Saints and Eagles in wild card round, a winner. Again, wild card round, Saints plus 3, a winner. Wild card round, Chargers plus 7, a winner. Divisional round, Saints plus 8, a push on EA Picks, but we know just about everybody had the Saints plus 9. And we go to the divisional round. Colts was a loser, plus 7. Then he wins with the 49ers divisional round as a money line. And then we go under the total, 49ers in Carolina as a winner in the divisional round. 6-1-1 ATS in the NFL playoffs, fully documented. We put the record for you to see right here on the EAPicks.com TV show, because we're going to validate to you and prove to you that these are absolute legitimate records that we blurred out here, Dave, on the program.
It never gets old hearing that. Never gets old. Never gets old hearing that I'm 6-1-1 in the NFL playoffs. Like you said, it's really 7-1. But the bottom line is some people did get 8. Nobody lost the game. I can tell you that right now. I mean, if you had the Saints last week against the Seahawks, nobody lost. Worst case scenario, you got to push. Most people won. I mean, at one point the spread was 10 out here in Las Vegas, but 6-1-1. That's what the EAPicks.com sports monitor says. I'm going to take that record. It never gets old hearing that. And when we talk next week for the Super Bowl, I'm looking forward to having you say, unbelievably, 10-1, or I guess 9-1-1. So 90%. 90%. Both of the games are going under the total on Sunday, Tony. Both of them are going under the total. I need the Broncos to step up to the plate, take care of business. They've done it all year at home this season. The New England Patriots just 4-4 on the road this year, including a loss to the Miami Dolphins on the road, a game that if New England would have won 4 weeks ago, they would be hosting the AFC Championship game on Sunday. They lost to the Dolphins. This Miami Dolphins team then had a chance to make it into the playoffs and lost to the New York Jets at home the last week of the season. I cannot get that game out of my head. If you can't beat the Miami Dolphins to take over first place in the AFC, to get home field advantage throughout the whole playoffs, I don't know how you're going to go to Mile High Stadium and beat the Denver Broncos. I'll be the first guy to admit New England's beaten the Broncos the last 3 times, but only 1 time was with Peyton Manning. Actually, 2 times. They lost to New England last year, now that I'm thinking about it. But this time's going to be different. This time's going to be different. But both games are going under the total. Remember where you heard it from first? I do like the Denver Broncos, and you're 1 phone call away from the San Francisco 49ers Seattle Seahawks selection. 1-888-375-2710.
All right, I'd like to thank Dave here for joining us here on EAPicks.com Sports Monitor. And be sure, again, to give Dave a call on his comp pick hotline. You see the number 888-375-2710. Get the picks for this NFL Sunday, Championship Sunday, from the number 1 documented handicappers at the EAPicks.com Sports Monitor. All right, I'd like to thank Dave for joining us here on this edition of the Tony Picks TV show. I'm your host, Tony T. And I want to remind everybody that EAPicks.com is a sports monitor where handicappers document their selections for the world to see. All right, that'll do it for tonight. I'm Tony T. We come back tomorrow.